Hey guys, welcome back to Banished. We are now at the point where I have changed over to the new version of Banished, and I've got the new mod, the Forge Awakens. There was a couple episodes between when I did my update to now, and they were just videos I had scheduled. And I kind of wanted to keep the series going and not have a big sort of jump. So anyway, I have kind of got this game back to the point where it was in the last Let's Play. A few key differences, obviously, how this game's evolved. And here's the first one going up now, is the new type of house. A lot of the buildings we used to just have to get logs, and then we could just use the logs to build the houses, but now we've got to convert the logs into lumber, then the lumber into houses. And this one here is a little bit different, and the way they've done this is you got to get a crate of building supplies and a crate of homewares. So there's a store I've built in town, and I'll show them a bit later on. And you can use various goods to build up a crate. Like example, you can have bricks and glass. I've used lumber and bricks, but to get this crate I've had to use quite a large number of bricks and lumber. So if you use other things, you can use less of them. Homewares. For my homewares crates, I'm building them out of pottery, and what else do I do? Pottery and furniture, which is generally what you'd find in a home. I mean, obviously there's a lot more to it than that, but I do like the idea of having to use the building supplies and homewares crates rather than the raw materials, because otherwise if you wanted to try and break it down to every little part, every component, this way it's just a little bit more realistic, and I do like the road they've gone down with this. And the other biggest thing we've had, and what's changed us, is iron. So we get iron ore out of the ground or out of the mine, and then it's got to be smelted, or in the mine itself there is an ability to smelt it down on site. And then, so to start off with, I had to use crude tools, and so you just make it out of ore. But then to use our good quality tools, I actually had to convert the ore into usable iron. So I had my rough tools, and that's what's just using the ore, and now I'm producing iron tools, because down here by the water is my foundry, and it's using furnace fuel and the ore to make usable iron. I didn't go for the regular supply. I went for the farmer supply, just because I wanted to try and get farming quickly, because I'm now not collecting any of those artifacts or any of those other things. So trying to get up the tradable value is a lot harder. And so far I've got a little paddock out here in the bush, and I've just got some chickens. They've done a lot of development to the shore house. This is a shore house being built in progress at the moment, and this is one of the ones that they've built. So they've really changed the shore houses, a lot more to them, and I really like that. It's been a good addition. What else has changed was, like I was saying, so here in this building here is our homewares supplier. So I'm collecting my furniture and pottery, so I had to build this potter station here where they can produce the pottery, and a furniture workshop. So I've got a furniture workshop here. So to get back to the same point where I had the town hall and the school, and and this is the building supplier, so the bricks and lumber go here. To get back to the same point has taken a lot longer, and I had a bit of starvation. So I you can see on the map up here where it used to be the water, and I've sort of used this as all reclaimed land, and just done our regular configuration of forester, hunter and gatherer. And so that's just out here, my regular quarry, with the addition of the stone and salt mine, and our regular mine, which now takes furnace fuel, and I can actually turn it into iron on site. which is handy. But then again, I don't have to. I can just take it down to this guy here because I do have a lot of ore that I've just got out of the ground around the map at the moment. This is great. I'm really enjoying this. It's just I mean, I didn't even get to see everything in the last the mod update, and I'm already on to the next one. See, this has taken 34 game years just to get to the point where we were originally, and it's good to see. There's a lot to do, and there's going to be a lot that's going to develop as things go on. Because I've just got a lot of medicine or herbs that are being stored from that we've taken out of the ground, and I've got this little dispensary over here, so the village people can come and they can pick up the herbs and the medicine from this guy over here. So this is the first of my water buildings, and I've sort of made these islands out of reclaimed land. And I've got my tidal pool, and then this just got stores on them at the moment, and then on this side of the bank is going to be farmland. So that way I can build some houses on stilts out here in the middle, so that way they're going to be close to town and they're going to be close to the farm, so they're going to be more efficient workers. And I thought it's just a nice twist and to utilise some of those new buildings that the game has. So we've got our foundry, and it's been making a heap of iron, just been letting it run. Stone's always a hard one to get, but you do gather it pretty quickly from the mine and quarry now, so it's good. I'm just waiting for this house to be built so we can have more of a look at it. Just due to where it is, I just started over here with my beehives. And I'm going to build some more on the other side. So we can't really get a good look at it at the moment, unfortunately. I'll just speed things up here a little bit. Get another builder to come out here and you can put the roof on it. And this will be the first of our modern homes. Yeah, population got really unsettled because I had that massive fire which came through all my log homes and wiped them all out. So I had to build a good chunk of them again. My food has been fluctuating up and down, obviously because I'm not farming or anything. Trying to gather just from my gatherer's hut and from the hunter, because the hunter does fluctuate depending on when animals roam into their zones. So I can gather heaps of food for a while, and then all of a sudden the food just drops off when the hunters have nothing to gather. So it's not the most consistent food source. Okay, and here it is, our first house, first modern house. And this has the ability to be turned into a tap house, into like a small little tavern. So I could put a little tavern out here. Workers are not required or help move luxuries into storage and consumption. So I don't actually need a worker to do that, turn it into a tap house. That will be something cool we can do. Yeah, probably in hindsight now, building it all the way over here, I know I wanted a place for these guys to work out of. No one's actually moved into it yet. But the next one I'm going to build over on this side, and we'll be able to get a better look at it, obviously. Where am I? Trying to remember where everything is in this game's the hardest part. So what is a little neat addition here is the tunnel house, and I thought, why not build the tunnel house? Because then I can keep my walkway open and the people can transition out into the forest area nice and easily. And then it's that old sort of, where the old, back in the day where they had the village wall, and then the townspeople used to live in the village wall and defend it. Right, so my other shore house is going, so I can keep building my supplies, my building supplies. I need the clay to make the bricks. And we're gonna, we should, by the time that gets there around, we should have enough supplies there to have enough stone to build this house. And I've got some guys working down getting the farmland ready. It's still going to be a while before we have enough resources of value to trade, but we will get there. So this mine's pretty neat. I do like the sort of way it's been designed and the staircase that weaves its way down the side of the mine. And the big old castle in the middle of town is rather neat. Just take a worker out of here at the moment because we don't have enough supplies ready yet. So he can go off and do some other things. My food's come up a little bit more, so that's always handy to see. A little meat locker out on the island here, my tidal pools. And there is actually another one. Let's have a look and see if I can find it. So this one, these things do the same things as these huts. So I could, if I wanted to, sort of just place these on the side. And probably what I should have done to begin with is because these ones are a lot more resource demanding, and this one would have been a lot more suitable. Unfortunately, I didn't think about that soon enough. And same with building this sort of big island, but I did need to transition to get the walkway across, which is no big deal. So at the moment here I've got the beeswax, which I'm not using, the pearls, the feathers, bone meal and reeds. So not a huge amount to trade unfortunately, and nothing of great value. I need to start producing something and sort of focus on one industry because there's no way that I'm going to be able to get all the industries going. A wood finder, so this way the wood just magically appears, I guess. And the tunnel house is underway, so I already had some homewares and building supplies in the stock, in my storage, so it didn't take too long for this one to get going. And there it is, so that's going to be quite cool. And hopefully we can start replacing some of these log houses and really modernising the town. So we'll get the next house ready, and that needs fancy homewares, which I don't have any of, so I'll have to make some of those. Okay, for fancy homewares, I'm going to need fancy furniture and silverware. So that's going to be interesting because to build fancy furniture I need hardwood. So I think I'm going to have to start up a little hardwood forestry area. Okay, so I'll get the hardwood there, just place it on the other side here amongst the farms, I guess. Actually, I think I might tuck the hardwood just down here. It seems sort of more fitting, and it's a good, nice area, good size. And there's still a bit of resources that are in this area. So we'll get rid of that, get the hardwood building built. Right guys, I think I might wrap this episode up here. I just wanted to sort of show you what's new and what's changed, and what the new map that I'm going to be using looks like. So guys, I hope you're as keen as I am to see all the mods that are in this new pack. And Banished Banished Colonial Characters 1.6. The Forge Awakens. We'll be continuing this one for a while and seeing some of the other things. I'm quite keen to see like the tinnery going and the copper and tin mines and everything. So we've still got heaps to look at, heaps to do. So I hope you guys come back. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on when the updates come out. There's always the ways to support the channel down in the description below. And until next time, guys.